right, friends, we're going to talk about Chapter 9 in Shurley Grammar. We're going to be adding direct objects and transitive verbs to the question and answer flow, and that means we're going to be classifying Pattern 2 sentences. You've been doing Pattern 1 sentences for a long time, so I bet you're ready to do something new. I changed the direct object jingle from the one that Shurley has because I didn't like it as much. Sorry, Shurley. Mine is to the tune of Yankee Doodle Dandy, and it goes like this. Direct object is a noun job. It can be a pronoun too. Answers whom or what after the verb transitive receives the action to. Direct objects have a label in the question answer flow. Ask whom or what after the verb and label with a D-O. That's your direct object. So a direct object is a noun job, a new noun job. You know, our noun jobs so far have been subject, noun, and object of a preposition. Now we have a new noun job. It can be a direct object. A Pattern 2 sentence is labeled subject noun, V-T, which stands for verb transitive, and D-O comes after that. The little slash right here can mean different things. It can mean that you write the D-O and Pattern 2 underneath that, or you can just line them up in a row. It doesn't really matter how you do it to me. Okay. When we have a sentence that has a direct object following the verb, we call the verb a verb transitive because it's transferring the action from the subject to the direct object. And you'll understand that more when we look at some sentences. We're going to start labeling the verb VT when you have a direct object in the sentence. So here's an example. The hostess poured the steaming tea into my cup. And to find out if your sentence has a direct object, you ask the question, what, after the verb. So ask yourself, the hostess poured what? The answer is tea. And so tea is going to be your direct object. So if I was to classify this sentence, and let's say I'd already classified the subject noun as hostess, the verb is poured. What did the hostess do? The hostess poured what? And the answer is tea. So you're going to label that direct object. Then you ask yourself, is tea the same thing as hostess? Well, no, it's not the same thing. This is a question that you might not understand why you have to ask it in the question answer flow. You're going to need it in about 2 chapters. So start getting used to asking this question right after you find out if there's a direct object. So if you have a direct object in your sentence, you're going to change your verb to V-T. Okay, and then everything else in the sentence, like your prepositional phrase, is the same as normal, and then the steaming just describes your direct object, so you just fill in the labels for those. Okay, let's do some practice sentences and see how we do. Yuck, the Valentine's black dog licked my hand with her slobbery tongue. All right, so what are we going to do first? We're going to look for prepositional phrases, right? So let's see. Do you see any prepositions? How about with? With what? With her slobbery, with her tongue. With tongue is the object of the preposition, label OP. What kind of tongue? Slobbery. Adjective. Her is a possessive pronoun, right? Adjective. Remember your possessive pronouns. There you go. And you put your parentheses around there. Do you see any more prepositions? No. All right, let's go to the beginning of the question answer flow. The first question is, who or what licked my hand? The dog licked my hand. Subject, noun, dog. What is being said about dog? Dog licked. Verb. Licked what? You can also ask licked whom, but in this case, licked what? Licked hand. So look, we have a direct object. Label it D-O. Go back to your verb and change it to VT for verb transitive. Ask yourself, is hand the same thing as dog? No, it's not the same thing as dog. And then you want to label your my, which is a possessive pronoun adjective. Let's go up here. What kind of dog? Black dog. Adjective. Whose dog? Valentine's. Remember the apostrophe S shows us that we have a possessive noun adjective. The, article adjective A. Yuck, interjection. Now we're going to go to the end of the sentence, period, statement, declarative, go to the verb, wherever it is, licked, just divide it there. You can also divide it over here too, it doesn't really matter. And let's underline complete subject once and the complete predicate twice. You don't need to underline the introduction at all. It's not really part of either the complete subject or the complete predicate. I'm so sorry, I totally forgot to do our sentence pattern. Here's our new sentence pattern. Subject, noun, verbs, transitive, verb transitive, direct object, pattern 1. All right, let's do this one down at the bottom. Before the soccer game, I must stretch and warm up my muscles. Do you see any prepositions? Now, it looks like up is a preposition, doesn't it? Up what? And you might want to say muscles. But if you really think about this sentence, you're not going up anything. You're not going up the muscles, right? You're not climbing anything. So this might be a direct object. I see another preposition, before. Before what? Before the soccer game. Game is your object of preposition. What kind of game? Soccer game. Article, adjective, the. Put your parentheses around before the game. Now let's read the sentence without that. I must stretch and warm up my muscles. Okay, who must stretch and warm up their muscles? I, subject, pronoun. What is being said about I? I must, helping verb, stretch, verb. Oh look, they have to do two things. I must stretch and warm. There's another verb. So what do we do when there's two verbs? They're compound, so we put our C in front of our verb. We label our conjunction and C because it's a conjunction. And, but, or are three of the most popular conjunctions. Warm up my muscles. Adverb for up. Now what are we warming up? Warm what? Muscles. Direct object. So we're going to go back over to warm and put a little dash and a T there for verb transitive and go to stretch because you're also stretching your muscles. So dash T for verb transitive. So I've got a compound verb, transitives here. Now what about my? Whose muscles? My muscles. Possessive pronoun, adjective. Let's do the sentence pattern. Now you can write it this way too if you want. Subject, noun, verb, transitive. And then you can write DO down here. Oops, I just noticed I made a mistake. Pattern 2, I have to go up here. Did anybody catch me make this mistake up here? This is pattern 2. Pattern 2, go to the end of the sentence. Period, statement, declarative. Go to the verb. Remember, you're dividing it right in front of the helping verb. Underline your complete subject, which is I, once, and your complete predicate, which is must stretch and warm up my muscles, twice. And also, when is all that happening? Before the soccer game. So you're going to underline that twice as well. Good job. All right, let's go to the next sentence. I play the drums in the school band. All right, do you see any prepositions in there? How about in? Preposition. In what? In school? You play the drums in school, but keep looking. I play the drums in school. Band. Band is your object of the preposition. What kind of band? School band. Article, adjective, A. Put your parentheses around in the school band and read what you have left. I play the drums. Who plays the drums? I. Subject, pronoun. What is being said about I? I play. Verb. I play what? The drums. Direct object. So go back and change your verb to verb transitive and ask yourself, are drums and I the same thing? Are the subject, pronoun, and the direct object, these two nouns, are they the same thing? No, they're not. Now you're going to label the with an article, adjective, A. Okay, let's do our pattern. Subject, noun. Verb, transitive, direct object, pattern 2. Go to the end of the sentence, declaratives, period, statement, declarative. Go to the verb, divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Complete subject is I, the complete predicate is play the drums in the school band. All right, let's do the next sentence, and this is the last one. Will you give a present to your brother at Christmas? All right, let's look for any prepositional phrases. Do you see any prepositions? How about to? To what or to whom? To brother. Object of the preposition. Whose brother? Your brother. Possessive pronoun, adjective. Let's put a parentheses around to your brother. Do you see any other prepositions? How about at? Correct. At what? At Christmas. Object of the preposition. Let's put parentheses around that. Let's read the sentence without those prepositional phrases. Will you give a present? Okay, who giving a present here? You. Subject pronoun. What is being said about you? You will give. Helping verb will. Give verb. Give what? Present. Direct object. So go back to your verb and label it verb transitive. Are present and you, the subject and the direct object, are they the same thing? No. This is going to be important later. So just ask yourself, are they the same thing? No. Do they mean the same thing? No. Okay, A, article, adjective. All right, let's go over here and label our pattern, subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct object, pattern 2, check. Go to the end of the sentence, question mark, question, interrogative sentence, INT. Go to the verb, divide the complete subject from the complete predicate, and let's underline our complete subject. Once you and our complete predicate give a present to your brother at Christmas, don't forget your helping verb. So it's really will give a present to your brother at Christmas. Underline that twice. Very good. All right, so you've got to remember your core of your sentence now is a subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct object. So it's a noun, a verb, another noun. That's the pattern. Okay, noun, verb, noun. Okay, you're doing a great job. The next chapter, chapter 10, is mixed practice. We're going to be mixing it up a little. You're going to have to figure out if it's a pattern 1 or a pattern 2 sentence that you are classifying. All right, have a great day. See ya. Bye.